Braylon Edwards, you have not had a chance to comment publicly on this show regarding the Pistons getting jobbed. We showed a graphic yesterday, the last 10 worst record teams in the NBA. Nobody picked lower than third. There were 4 1s, 4 2s, and then 2 teams in the last 10 years have finished with the worst record in the NBA. Got the third pick, but never fourth and never fifth, at least in the last 10 years. When you saw that envelope flip over and saw Pistons at 5, what was your reaction?
You can tell me what you want to tell me about it being fair. You can tell me that there is no script. Look, it may not be a script as it relates to games. It may not be a script as it relates to this is exactly what's going to happen. But there's damn sure a script to where they're going to send these lottery picks into what cities. You look at a team like the San Antonio Spurs. Like, we all knew. Like, we hoped for Detroit. We hoped that it was going to be Detroit, but we all knew Detroit always gets the you-know-what. So you start looking around, what teams, you're like, San Antonio and Houston were going to be main primetime for. You look at Houston. Houston's a main primetime market for the NBA. Look at all the success that they've had, whether it was Kawhi and Olajuwon, whether it was James Harden for these years, whether it was the 80s and Moses Malone and Ralph Sampson. Houston has always been a big market. You look at the other side. You look at what it was with the Spurs. 1987, it's David Robinson. 1997, it's Tim Duncan. That's 2 generational players you've given these guys. And then all of a sudden, here's Victor Wembanyama to the San Antonio Spurs. And oh, by the way, they are opening a brand new facility, in case you didn't know that. So with that being said, you look at Detroit. I told you guys, they hate Detroit. They hate the city of Detroit. You can say I'm making things up. We can say, oh, that's just that's his take on it. Man, they didn't like Detroit in the 80s because we messed up the smooth transition between Jordan and Bird and Magic and Bird and Michael Jordan, and then the Malice at the Palace. Because if you look at it, the Malice at the Palace is 2006 or 2004, 5, Darko 2002. Ever since then, we haven't had anything that resembled a top 3 pick until they get Cade Cunningham. And you all know my take on Cade Cunningham. It wasn't a Zion Williamson #1. It was Cade or Jalen Green.